This is, let's see, it is Sunday the 2nd of September 2018, and I am fixing to reveal Coco, which is a Brazilian salmon pink bird eater sling baby. She is approximately 2 years old. When I got her, she wasn't even the size of a matchstick. And within the last 6 months, she has grown so much that whenever I get her to come out of the tube, it's going to amaze you how big she is. Come on, Coco. Coco. Come on, my little Coco Pebble. Okay, she don't want to come out, so I'm just going to turn the tube. Still the other end. Coco. Come on, baby. I'm not hurting her by shaking the tube. I'm trying to get her to either go out that end or come to the other.
There she goes. She stuck her little leg down.
She's like, what? I'm going to put this down for a second. Come out. Come on, baby. Come on, Coco. Coco. You're going to be a little wart, aren't you? Just like he was about jumping. Isn't she beautiful? She's not very big.
Nope.
But this is Coco. And for those of you that have seen picture, I have a picture of a tarantula that's on my mom's shoulder. He has one of his one of his feet touching his nana on the cheek, and that's the way that they show that they love you. But Coco was actually a dwarfed Brazilian salmon pink bird eater. The place I got him from, the man didn't want him. There was 4 tarantulas he had, and one of them was just like Coco, and he passed away 9 days later. This guy has so little care for these. I'm surprised he didn't stomp them and kill them. But he used potting soil for their dirt, and that's not what this is. This ain't dirt. It is actually ground coconut. So the only kind of dirt that I would use, I buy the bag that's already broken apart, because when you buy the brick, you've got to worry about getting it moist, and then it gets really cold, which can, these guys can't regulate their body heat, so that's not a good idea. But that Brazilian salmon pink bird eater that's in that picture is Coco, which I used to call Coco Puff. And then when Petco in a town called Colleyville, Texas, corporate office ordered a whole bunch of Goliath tarantulas, and the bird eaters are. This Coco, I call her Coco Pebble. When she's full grown, I'll have to have 2 hands to hold her. She will be that big, and she's only about 2 years old now. But she also, if you look really close, she also has what looks like the little shoes. And got a furry little booty. She's not very happy because I made her come out of that little tube, but I thought I'd show you a bird eater that's little. She's actually in a partial flare, is what I would call it. She'll be fine. If she bites me, I'll just take something and I'll be fine. She's not small enough that it would hurt me like when Sydney did, because Sydney was about the size of a fire ant. A tarantula and a spider both will warn you before they bite. They don't just chomp down. Have patience with me here. Coco, can you stretch your leg back out? Those little tiny legs in the front are called pedipalps. They're not actual legs. Some tarantulas do use them as extra legs. When they go to eat, they hold their prey with those those little petty pouts. The male tarantulas actually use those to help hold on to the female while they're mating. But a spider or a tarantula is trying to warn you that you're going to get bit. And me holding the phone down here to the side, you can see that she is flared. If she was really upset and fixing to bite me, she would actually have her fangs out. But most of them, they will do this little flare where they raise their feet, little legs up like, you know, back off, leave me alone. You're still okay. But if you see fangs, you're fixing to get bit. So be prepared for it. I get asked all the time, am I afraid of being bit? No. Have I been bit? Oh, yeah. Does it hurt? Yeah, it does. If you've ever played with a cat and their claw got hung in your finger, that's basically what it feels like, because a tarantula's, their fangs look like a cat claw. So that's what it feels like. Some of them bite quick, so it's just a quick puncture. And then some of them, and my mom unfortunately got to feel this sensation. Was it Chili that you're holding? And she was unsure and she just started grabbing with her fangs?
I know.
Okay. To answer your question, because I know somebody's going to ask that back there in the back, on the back of the booty, the two little, looks like an antenna sticking out, those are actually her spinnerets. That's what she makes her webbing out of. Tarantulas don't use their webbing to catch their prey. Most of the time you will see webbing whenever a tarantula is about to molt. They will make what we refer to as the mattress. If you see your tarantula building web and building what looks like a little sleeping bag in a little area, be aware that they are fixing to molt. That's one of the sure signs that they're fixing to do that. Some of them, like Coco, I have her, that little paper towel deal, when she wants to go in there and she's getting ready to molt, she'll make, I call it little curtains, but she'll put webbing on each end to where she can't be disturbed. And she's calming down now. I just got her in my hand. And my mom's actually holding my pink toe, Shadow. But,
it's okay, Shadow.
This little girl here, she is very, very precious.
Yeah.
And named after one of my favorite tarantulas that I had. And it's because everybody would totally freak out when they would see Coco. Poor baby. I never in my lifetime thought that a critter could have something like me. I'm 5'11", long legs and klutz, and bless his heart, Coco had real long legs and he was a klutz.
He had been mistreated.
Body-wise, he was smaller than my female Rosie's. He had really long legs, kind of like a king crab, if you would. Coco's brother that passed away 9 days after I got him, the what's that stuff called again? The potting soil mildewed. His log that he was supposed to stand on had mildew, and he had mildew in his lungs. So he did not make it. Despite my best efforts to try to help him out, he didn't make it. Coco made it. He was completely bald when I got him. And in that picture with my mom, you'll see he was a fuzzball. So he was severely stressed out, but he eventually got all of his hair back and everything. And he only molted one time that we had him. We had him for a couple of years. And another thing that people don't realize, you hear about secondhand smoke with people. I had a tarantula, it was Texas Wild, that these people had found at this apartment complex and kept it. And then they decided they weren't going to keep it anymore, so I went and got it. And poor little Irving, he would take a couple of steps and he would stop, and you could see him just struggling to breathe, kind of like somebody they'd bend over and go, That's what he did. And he ended up passing away probably about 6 months after I got him. But the cigarette smoke was so bad in that place. Wayne and myself played on traveling pool teams, so we were around smoking, and I couldn't stay in that place. It was suffocating me, and I was used to going to the pool halls. So anyway, these guys are very, very sweet temperamented. They're very, they love to be handled. They're very owner oriented, if you would. And I highly recommend them. I don't recommend them for little kids because if you drop them, you can kill them because they're skeletons on the outside. That crunch noise when you step on a bug is actually you crushing its skeleton. So for those of you who like to hear that, yeah.
I don't like to crunch up a bug.
So anyway, this is little Coco Pebble.